The Curse of Oak Island follows brothers Rick and Marty Lagina on the hunt for a mysterious treasure believed to have been buried more than 200 years ago on a small island off the coast of Nova Scotia. A tantalizing cache rumored to be everything from pirate booty to the Holy Grail to the Ark of the Covenant. Besides Rick and Marty Lagina, Dave Blankenship is one of the very popular characters on The Curse of Oak Island. During the show's season, fans have seen Dave Blankenship move the hard way, and many fans are wondering about Dave's limp leg. Today, we have the answer to that fan question in this clip. To understand Dave Blankenship's story, we have to go back to his father, Dan Blankenship, a name synonymous with Oak Island's treasure hunt. Dan wasn't just a man who searched for riches, he was a man who gave up everything to chase a mystery. In the 1960s, Dan left behind a comfortable life in Florida, sold everything he owned, and moved to Nova Scotia, all for the legend of Oak Island. For over 50 years, Dan dedicated himself to unearthing the secrets of the island, leading some of the most significant excavations in its history. And through it all, Dave was right there with him, watching, learning, and eventually becoming a vital part of the treasure hunt. But little did Dave know, life had its own challenges waiting for him, ones that would change him forever. It was the year 1986, and Dave Blankenship was just 36 years old. One moment, he was working like any other day, the next, he was plunging 46 feet from a job site in a horrifying accident. The impact was brutal, but what happened next was even worse. His fall caused a stroke, a disengaged artery in his neck, and left him in a coma. When he woke up, life was no longer the same. The left side of his body had little to no feeling. The accident had robbed him of his full mobility, leaving him with a limp that fans of The Curse of Oak Island have often noticed. But what it didn't take from him was his fighting spirit. For many, such an accident would have meant the end of an active life, but not for Dave. Instead of giving up, he embraced the challenge, continuing to work alongside his father on Oak Island. His determination and toughness made him a standout character on the show, proving that no obstacle could keep him from the treasure hunt. When The Curse of Oak Island premiered, fans quickly noticed Dave Blankenship's presence on the show. His no-nonsense attitude, rugged persona, and deep knowledge of the island's history made him an essential part of the team. Whether he was helping with digs, sharing insights, or simply being his candid self, Dave brought a level of authenticity that fans loved. But after his father's passing in 2019, Dave seemed to take a step back. Many fans began wondering, where is Dave Blankenship? Why don't we see him as often anymore? While he is still listed as a member of the Oak Island team, his role on the show has changed. Some speculate that with Dan gone, Dave may be reconsidering his involvement in the treasure hunt. After all, for him, this wasn't just about finding gold, it was about carrying on his father's dream. And now that Dan is no longer there, maybe the adventure isn't the same for him. Beyond his work on The Curse of Oak Island, Dave has had a successful career in the entertainment industry. His net worth is estimated to be around $1 million, thanks to his work as a producer on both The Curse of Oak Island and its spin-off, The Curse of Oak Island: Drilling Down. What many don't realize is that Dave Blankenship's expertise goes far beyond Oak Island. His career in the entertainment industry has been quite impressive. He has worked as an art director, set designer, and production designer on numerous TV shows, including Live with Kelly, Head Games, The Walking Dead, and Sleepy Hollow. His experience in these roles shows his diverse talents, proving that he is more than just a treasure hunter. He is a storyteller, a visionary, and a man of many skills. But despite his successful career, Oak Island has always been a part of him, and that's where his heart truly lies. So, what's next for Dave Blankenship? While he continues to live on Oak Island, his appearances on The Curse of Oak Island have become less frequent. Some believe that after decades of hard work, he might finally be stepping away to focus on his personal life. Others hope that he will return, continuing his father's mission and bringing his unique personality back to the screen. Regardless of whether he returns, one thing is certain: Dave Blankenship's legacy is cemented in Oak Island's history. He has faced tragedy, fought against the odds, and remained dedicated to the island's mysteries. Dave Blankenship's journey is more than just a treasure hunt, it's a testament to perseverance, dedication, and the unbreakable bond between a father and son. He has walked a path that few would dare to tread, facing both physical and emotional challenges yet never losing sight of the mission. So, will we see Dave back on The Curse of Oak Island? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, his story will always be a part of the island's legacy. What do you think? Should Dave return to the show, or has he earned his rest? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love Oak Island's mysteries as much as we do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. For years, The Curse of Oak Island has captivated audiences with its thrilling treasure hunt, led by brothers Rick and Marty Lagina. But for many longtime fans, the Blankenship name is just as important to the story. Dan and Dave Blankenship played key roles in the search for Oak Island's legendary treasure, bringing decades of experience and dedication to the mission. However, after Dan Blankenship's passing in 2019, things began to change. By season 8 of The Curse of Oak Island, viewers noticed that Dave was missing. Unlike previous seasons, where he was a regular presence, he didn't appear at all. The show's producers gave no official explanation, leaving fans wondering what happened to Dave Blankenship, and why did he leave the show. When Dave was noticeably absent from season 8, theories quickly began to spread. Some believed he might be dealing with health issues. Especially given the risks of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, at his age and with a history of medical challenges stemming from a life-threatening accident in 1986, many assumed Dave had chosen to step away for his safety. However, as time passed, it became clear that there was more to the story. Reports started surfacing that hinted at deeper issues behind Dave's departure, ones that had nothing to do with his health or the pandemic. One of the biggest clues about Dave's exit came from a now-deleted Facebook comment allegedly written by Dave himself. In the comment, he expressed frustration with how the show had handled his father's legacy. He claimed that the producers had glossed over Dan Blankenship's 50-year contribution to the Oak Island search, instead focusing on the Lagina brothers and other figures in the island's history. "I have quit the show when they left 50 years out of my dad and went rest all to Laginas," the message reportedly read. "That night I quit, and they will not say anything about me." If this message was indeed written by Dave, it suggests that he felt his father's hard work was not given the recognition it deserved. This sentiment was later echoed in statements he made to various websites. For those unfamiliar with the deeper history of Oak Island, Dan Blankenship wasn't just another treasure hunter, he was a legend. Moving to Oak Island in the 1960s, he dedicated more than 5 decades of his life to uncovering its secrets. His knowledge, determination, and sacrifices were crucial to the modern search. So, when The Curse of Oak Island became a hit, many expected Dan's story to take center stage. But according to Dave, the show didn't highlight his father's contributions as much as they should have. He reportedly told a website that he was frustrated by how little attention was given to Dan's work and felt that the show's creators didn't allow his father to be adequately involved. In addition to feeling that his father was underappreciated, Dave may have also had disagreements with the show's producers. If he believed that his father's legacy was being overlooked and that the show wasn't giving credit where it was due, it's not surprising that he decided to walk away. These behind-the-scenes tensions might explain why his departure was never formally addressed on the show. Instead of an official goodbye, he simply disappeared from The Curse of Oak Island, leaving fans to piece together the reasons on their own. In early 2021, The Curse of Oak Island, Drilling Down aired a special behind-the-scenes episode addressing Dave's whereabouts. In this episode, Dave officially announced his retirement. After years of hard work, both on the show and in real life, he decided to step away from the treasure hunt for good. Losing his father, dealing with frustrations about the show, and spending decades on Oak Island had taken its toll. Dave was ready for a new chapter, one that didn't involve digging for lost treasure. He expressed his desire to spend more time with his family, and from all indications, he left on good terms. Although he no longer appears on the show, Dave still calls Oak Island home. He remains a part of the Oak Island team in spirit. Even if he's not actively involved in the hunt anymore, fans may not see him swinging a shovel or debating new discoveries in the war room, but his presence still lingers over the island, especially in the memories of those who followed his journey. At this point, it seems unlikely that Dave Blankenship will return to The Curse of Oak Island. His decision to retire appears final, and with the tensions that reportedly led to his departure, he may have little interest in coming back. However, one thing is certain: Dave Blankenship will always be a significant part of Oak Island's history. His contributions, along with those of his father Dan, have helped shape the modern treasure hunt. Whether or not he returns, his legacy remains intact. As fans of The Curse of Oak Island, we may never get all the details about Dave Blankenship's departure, but what we do know is this: he was a dedicated treasure hunter, a tough-as-nails personality, and a man who stayed true to his beliefs. Whether he left due to frustration with the show, a desire for privacy, or simply to enjoy retirement, we respect his decision. We'll always remember Dave Blankenship, the man who carried on his father's legacy, stood his ground, and became a fan favorite in his own right. We wish him the best in whatever the future holds and will always appreciate the impact he and his father had on The Curse of Oak Island. What do you think about Dave Blankenship's departure? Do you believe he'll ever return? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on The Curse of Oak Island.